Oh, hey, Bill here from Detail and Bail. And ever since we started this show, we have been getting a ton of comments and questions. Some better than others, but one of the ones we get asked the most is, how do you find these cars for such great deals? And, we really want to help people who think that they would like to do what we do on this show, and that is finding great cars for under $5,000 or whatever your budget is, putting a little love into them, and then being able to turn them. But with us, it's really not about the profit. It's about experiencing new cars in different situations all the time. However, if you take 3 minutes with me, I'll show you some of the rules that we use when we're looking for an automobile. The rule number one is you got to set your parameters. You really want to know the brand of car you're looking for, the price range, and how far you're willing to travel to get that particular car. Really, you're laying out your threshold for pain, and that's the first part of the plan. So what we'll do after we've laid that out, let's say we want a BMW 3 Series and we want to spend $6,000. Well, that seems pretty easy. You jump on AutoTrader, eBay, Car Gurus, and you start to filter down how far you'll travel for that car, what you're looking for, if there's a ceiling for the miles, and then you put in your price. Usually you'll get one or two cars that pop up pretty quickly, but you really get an idea of how broad the market is for what you're looking for. And oftentimes you'll never find anything in your budget in a particular brand or make that you're looking at. So in those cases, we just simply move on. But we're always trying different brands of cars to see what they really are in the market. So for example, one of the tips that we do is once we've filtered down on a particular brand that we want, and we found the model, and then we found the price that we're after, then we start to really key in on who do we want to buy the car from. And that is vital. What we have found in our experience of some 200 cars, playing around with them, picking them up, and having a good time is, one, you never know what to expect, and two, there's a certain demographic that you want to stay away from that we haven't been as successful with. So what we do is once we find the cars, we really strive to go after cars that are owned by individual people. And we find that it's been a fantastic experience. People are very honest and they're telling you about the car. You really get a good idea of what to expect when you get there. And the other one, which might seem interesting to you guys, is the next tier of distribution that we would go after would be the very large dealerships. And the chain Chevrolets, the chain Fords, all those different car dealerships that are quite large, because the cars we look for usually are not in their normal inventories. And so they'll take them as a trade-in, but then just want to get rid of them. But the larger dealerships are very conscientious about their brands and their liability. So when you find a car there, the guys usually just want to get them off the lot. And if they haven't gotten them off the lot yet, they're on their way to the auction. So you can really score some great deals that way. The area we've had the least success with is the smaller mid-range dealerships who don't really specialize in anything but have a lot of cars on their lot. And I'm not pointing, there's a lot of great dealerships like that around the world, but it's very difficult to know what you're going to get until you get there. So key number one is have a plan. What do you want? What are you looking for? What is your budget? What is your goal? And your threshold for pain. How far are you willing to travel? What are you willing to risk on this particular car? After the plan is set forth, go in, filter on all the big car websites. And then after you do that, really consider where the car is coming from. And then last but not least is make sure you get a CARFAX on the car itself. We've been burned numerous times where we thought something was, well, it really wasn't what we thought. So if you do that, it's great to stay within your budget and find a car that you can turn and make some profit, or just enjoy driving it until you've fixed it up, turned it around, and you're ready to start your next adventure. So those are our tips from Detail and Bail on how we find great cars to detail and bail.